to successfully cohabitate with your partner. Now, the first point is you need to make sure that you manage expectations. I don't know about you guys, but I know in the past I've moved in with someone thinking it would just be all romantic and, oh look, we've got our first home, and it was more stressful and chaotic than anything else. So just make sure you manage that, and that you don't think that moving in together is necessarily going to be something out of a fairy tale. It can be really stressful. Now, discuss any concerns or fears that you have early on. There might be fears around, am I going to lose my independence? How are we going to go living together? How is this going to work? What happens if this doesn't work? What happens if there's conflict? There's no easy way to sometimes address fears and anxieties, but to at least flag them with the person that you're sharing life with. Now, work out finances early on. It can be a little bit tricky because who pays for what rent? If you're both earning the same money, do you go Dutch? If one's earning more, do you ratio it? How are we going to split the bills? What about food? If someone's doing the food shopping and buying what they like and not what you like, should you pay half? These are all the things that you need to sort out before you get too deep into living together. Now, it will take time to get used to each other and create systems. So it can be a transition if you've gone from dating and making plans and it all being fun and spontaneous and maybe even glamorous, and now you're living together and you may be dealing with some personality traits and some characteristics that are new or different and sometimes a little challenging. It may take time to get used to each other. As much as it can be fun and fantastic and it's great having your partner by your side, there can also be some challenging aspects too. So just make sure you give yourself a little bit of a break and try to create some systems to compromise and navigate through that. Now, don't underestimate the negative impact of housework. This is another thing that I suggest it's worth talking about earlier on, because it can be the catalyst for many huge arguments. Who's doing what around the house? Who's doing the cooking? Who's taking out the bins? Who's making the beds? It's really important that you work out some systems that are fair and that you're both happy with. Now, it's really important to have your own space. It might be just a little nook in a corner or a little desk, or even rotating space and giving each other some privacy. Also make sure that you decorate together, not just one over the other. This is a space that is a representation of your relationship, so create it the way that you both see fit. But also what's really important to note is that the environment that we live in can really affect our mood, so keep that in mind when you're either choosing a place to cohabitate together or you're decorating, that it needs to be something that's uplifting, but also if you want to change up your relationship, changing up your environment can help as well. So I hope that helps everybody, and good luck.